This is the sound of American firepower. For over 4 decades, this weapon has been the relentless heartbeat of the U.S. Infantry Squad. A mechanical fury that speaks in 800 rounds per minute. But what does it truly take to be the soldier who carries this weight? To be the man behind the machine that decides the fate of a firefight? Welcome to Battle AI Forces, where we bring military history to life through the power of AI. Today, we are telling the story of the M249 Squad Automatic Weapon, the SAW. This isn't just a piece of steel and polymer. It's a force multiplier, a guardian angel, and a brutal, back-breaking burden. We will uncover the engineering genius that brought it to life, follow its journey from the drawing boards of the Cold War to the deserts of Iraq and the mountains of Afghanistan, and answer the central question: what made the SAW so revolutionary that it dominated for a generation, and why is its legendary status now being challenged on the modern battlefield? Our story begins not in triumph, but in a moment of painful realization. In the steaming jungles of Vietnam, the U.S. military identified a critical, lethal gap in its arsenal. The M60 machine gun. The pig was powerful, but it was a crew-served weapon, too heavy and cumbersome to keep up with the advancing infantry squad. The M16 rifles were excellent for individual fire, but they couldn't lay down the sustained, suppressive fire needed to break an enemy's will. The infantry squad was missing its own organic source of automatic firepower. This gap sparked a revolution, the formal Squad Automatic Weapon program. The goal was deceptively simple, yet ambitious. Create a light, portable, air-cooled, belt-fed machine gun that chambered the same 5.56 round as the M16. This was a logistical masterstroke. It meant every soldier in the squad could carry ammunition for the SAW, turning 9 riflemen into 9 potential ammo bearers for the one weapon that could save them all. And the winner, emerging from a field of competitors, was a design from the legendary Belgian arms manufacturer, FN Herstal. The M249 SAW was a masterpiece of pragmatic, brutalist engineering. Its heart beat with a gas-operated open bolt system. The open bolt meant cooler operation between bursts, critical for sustained fire. Its genius was in its flexibility. While designed to fire from disintegrating M27 ammunition belts, it featured a secondary feed cover that could accept standard M16 SDA-NAG magazines. It was a weapon that refused to quit, no matter the ammunition source. Weighing in at just 17 pounds unloaded, it was light enough to be carried and fired from the shoulder, the hip, or from its integrated bipod. This mobility was its superpower. For the first time, a squad had its own source of devastating mobile firepower that could advance with them, clearing trenches and suppressing enemy positions without waiting for heavier support. It truly lived up to its name, a squad automatic weapon. But this immense power came with an equally immense price. The SAW gunner was a paradox, both the most protected and the most targeted man in the 9-man squad. He carried the weapon, upwards of 600 rounds of heavy linked ammunition, and spare barrels to swap out when the primary one overheated and began to glow. His job was not one of precision, but of volume and area denial. His task was to lay down what is known as a beaten zone, a hail of fire so dense it forced the enemy to keep their heads down. In combat, the distinct, terrifying sound of the SAW became a symbol of American presence. For the soldiers pinned down, it was the sound of salvation. For the enemy, it was the sound of overwhelming force. The gunner's courage was measured in the length of his bursts, his awareness in watching his squads maneuver. He was the rock, the anchor, the one who held the line. But no weapon serves forever. The SAW, for all its power, was not without its flaws. In the sands of Iraq and the rugged terrain of Afghanistan, complaints about its accuracy compared to rifles, and its reliability in extreme environments began to surface. The military responded with upgrades, the A1 variant with rails for modern accessories and improved ergonomics. But the writing was on the wall. The Marine Corps led the charge, adopting the Heckler and Koch M27 IAR, a weapon that trades raw volume for precision. The Army is now following suit, testing its own next-generation squad weapon. The M27 represents a philosophical shift from saturation to precision. The era of the pure lead-spewing SAW is gradually giving way to an era of targeted automatic fire. It is the end of a chapter, but what a chapter it has been. So, what is the legacy of the M249 SAW? It was the weapon that gave the American infantry squad its own voice, a voice of overwhelming, immediate, and undeniable fire. For over 40 years, it has been a faithful, if demanding, partner to the soldiers who carried it. It was a tool that demanded courage, strength, and unwavering resolve. It may be gradually passing the torch to a new generation, but the thunder of the SAW, that iconic, ripping roar, will forever echo in the history of modern warfare. It stands as a testament to the soldier who wielded it and the relentless firepower that defined an era of combat. This is Battle AI Forces. If you are captivated by the story of the SAW and believe in honoring the tools and the troops who wield them, then subscribe to the channel. We rely on your input to tell these stories, so let us know in the comments, which legendary weapon system should we break down next? The timeless Ma Deuce, the M2 Browning .50 caliber, or the iconic M4 carbine. Subscribe now and never miss a mission. Until next time.